Bree here, and we are now well into the month of June, halfway through the year, and the first day of summer is this week. I think this is a great time of the year. Everything was blooming in spring, and going into summer just kind of reinforcing the idea that there are new beginnings, and it's a great time to reflect on the year and look forward to the second half of it. So, what better way to kickstart a summer glow up than with a facial? So, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be reflecting on my year so far. And I will be leaving a link in the description to my skincare list on Amazon if you're interested in that. So, this year has been a bit of a doozy for me. I mean, there have definitely been some good things. Like, I just celebrated 5 years with my husband, which is awesome. But when you have a lot of not so great things in just half a year's time, that kind of leaves a bit more of an impact. So, I started this year with the best of intentions. If you watched my start of the year vlog, you know, like, I had a routine in mind. I had a game plan to really set myself up for success. I was committed. And then life happened. Life happened a lot this year. My father-in-law's cancer got worse, and a whole lot of other health problems just started cropping up all over the family. And it felt like we got absolutely no room to breathe. I'm not going to go into extreme detail about it all because that's not what this video is about. But there were some times where it was really rough. There were multiple weeks this year where I just felt like I couldn't do anything. Yeah, the year's been ruthless. It's been really ruthless. I know I'm laughing, but I laugh when I feel awkward. I feel awkward talking about this. But I want to be honest with you about how my year's been. And in the middle of all this chaos and health issues, I've spoken a little bit about this on the channel before. Last year I started pursuing a diagnosis for autism and ADHD. And this year I completed that journey. I've officially been diagnosed, and that's both a great relief, but it also comes with a really heavy weight that I didn't anticipate. I'm not trying to rhyme. So the thing about getting your diagnosis is it makes you look at things in a bit of a different light. Like, I didn't realize that everyone didn't struggle the same way I did. And this mask is just like slipping down. Hang on. I mean, I kind of realized, I kind of was able to figure out that people didn't struggle quite as much as I did. But now I know that it's not something I can just work harder at. This is the way my brain works. I hate this little strip right here. The night I got my diagnosis, I did not know how to feel. Because on one hand, I'd been fighting for it for a while, and I now knew I wasn't crazy making things up. But I think some part of my brain just thought that a diagnosis would solve something. Like, logically, I knew it wouldn't, but I think there was a part of me that was thinking it would. But it doesn't. Like, I now have more understanding, and the people around me have more understanding of the way my brain works. But it's not a solution. And something else I did not expect when starting the journey for a diagnosis is that things I used to be able to do fairly easily has suddenly become more difficult for me. And that did not make sense to me or my husband when we first started realizing this. There was a lot of questions of, this didn't used to be a problem for you. And I'm just like, I know, I don't understand. But apparently that's actually very common. I'm I'm not an expert, so I can't explain this as well as it was explained to me, but I'm going to do my best. So if you're familiar with neuropathways, it's like the way our brain makes connections and learns things. It's the paths that they establish to understand thoughts and do tasks. This year has been full of a couple of things in my journey of self-discovery. It's been full of trauma processing and unmasking, which sounds great, and it is great. But the problem is, every neuropathway that was tied to my trauma and to my masking, suddenly those have been cut down. So it's like there was a bridge that connected these concepts, like masking and appearing neurotypical was connected to carrying on a routine, even though it was difficult for me. But suddenly that bridge doesn't exist anymore. And it's good because I need to establish healthier pathways to do these things. I shouldn't be relying on unhealthy pathways. But it's a struggle to find good solid ground to build the new bridge on. So while I've made tremendous progress this year, I have a lot of things that I essentially need to relearn, which kind of sucks. One thing I've just learned, face masks aren't made for talking. So that is enough of reflecting on all the chaos of the first half of this year. Let us move on to looking forward to the second half of this year and how I'm going to improve. Okay, so I have been putting a lot of thought the past couple weeks into establishing I can't talk all of a sudden. And I don't have the face mask as an excuse now. I have been putting a lot of time the past couple weeks into establishing a system that would work with my AuDHD mind. That's autism and ADHD, if you're not familiar with the term. It's not official, but a lot of people use it. So earlier this week, I actually hyper-focused all day on making a dashboard in Notion. So here's the dashboard that I made. It's purple and cat themed because me. Starting with this first area, I have lists that I can access. This is my to watch, to read, keeping track of podcasts and all of that stuff. Recipes, which I don't have anything in right now. And notebook where I basically have just lists and stuff to keep track of. And then I have my work section where I have my video planners and my CRM for my travel business. Then I have self-care where I have daily journal and a workout tracker. And then over here I have my routines. Ooh, I wash my face now. And then things that I tried to do in the week. Ooh, I did a facial. And then these are my monthly goals. And then breaking things up even more is my to-do section, where I have toggles for every area of my life, which is great because otherwise I will get overwhelmed. Really cool thing, there's an inbox here that is to-do list. So basically, I have not actually started my daily journal yet, so you're not gonna see anything crazy, sorry. Oh, I will also say, I did not make all the pages. I made the dashboard myself, but all the other pages I just modified existing templates. So when I'm doing my daily journal, let's just go ahead and do one today. Let's say while I'm doing my journal, I realize, ooh, I want to make sure that today I remember to fold laundry, which I actually do need to do today. So I put that there. Go back to my lobby, scroll down. Oh, and under to-dos in my inbox is fold laundry. Then I could move it into life. But I actually don't want to do that. So undo that. Or I can scroll down to a weekly. And this is probably what I'll use the most because We actually talked about this in my evaluation, how my mind works. I love to-do lists, but I get overwhelmed with a long list and don't know where to start. So she suggested that I basically at the start of every day or start of every week assign 2 or 3 days per day, so that it's just bite-sized chunks. And if I don't get it done, be kind to myself and just move it to the next day. And where I'm actually going to move fold laundry is to today. And I have the things that I've already completed, so I can keep them there to look at, like, ooh, hey, I got this done this week. Or if I want to clear it out, make things easier on the eyes, I can move it into my archive, which shows everything that I have gotten done. And that is also linked up here, so I can do the same thing from this list. And I can also be like, okay, realistically, I'm not going to edit this chapter this month, and looking at it is giving me anxiety, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move that into next month. And then at the bottom is just my calendar. It's linked up to my Google Calendar, not with everything, because I have time blocking for, like, I work on YouTube these hours of the day, travel these times of the day, graphics these times of the day, and that would be way overwhelming to have here, so I just have, like, appointments and holidays and birthdays and that kind of stuff. I also made a workout tracker on here. This, again, another template that I modified. So again, checking things off and seeing progress is really great for me. So I have this, I went on a walk today, and I also went on a walk Monday. And then I have like a whole planner. I really tried to make it something that would work for me and my limits. So Mondays suck. No one wants to get up and do something first thing in the morning on Mondays. So I go for a walk and do yoga. I get outside, breathe in the fresh air. It's stuff that I actively enjoy doing to set the week off right, and something that will be less difficult to get myself to do on Monday morning. And then I always try Wednesdays are the middle of the week. It is what I call my work from the couch day. All I do on Wednesdays is sit on the couch, watch TV, and make graphics, because I need a kind of down day. So I have an at-home workout that day, so I don't have to leave the house at all. Another thing I did is I can open these up, and then I have a picture showing what each workout is. So in addition to that, I also have this whiteboard hanging over my desk. This is basically for inspiration, something that is simple and I can easily look at just to align my mind with my goals in life. So, like, I have long-term goals up here to keep in mind, to remember what I'm working towards. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this out with you. To get 100,000 subscribers on both channels. I would love for content creation to be my primary income. And I also really want to be a published author. That's something that's been a goal for a while, and the past couple of years has kind of like fallen off the side, and I've kind of forgotten about it, but it is still something I'd really like to do. So then I have short-term goals, which are things that I think I can probably achieve within a year or less, just to set more realistic expectations and sooner wins. Because you need to break down your long-term goals. I have a little over 1,500 subscribers on this channel, so I'm going to say 1,000 more and get up to 2,500 subscribers on this channel. I have 250 on my other channel, so my goal is to just get up to 1,000 on that one. And I like to get up to 10,000 followers on TikTok. I have a little over 6,000 right now. And then I need to edit the book I wrote 6 years ago. Like I said, I kind of fell off writing. I finished writing a book, then got overwhelmed. So speaking of overwhelming and struggling to meet goals, I decided to put in a section for wins, just to give me that kind of dopamine boost and keep me going. So, a big win right now is my second channel is brand new, and I got over 250 subscribers in less than 2 months. And the last video I posted over there has almost 5,000 views, so that's a big win. And I also got to participate in a St. Jude charity live stream, which was obviously just really awesome because it's a great cause and I love being a part of that. But also, 2 YouTubers that I'm big fans of were also on the stream with me, and so that was just very surreal. So then, a looking forward section, because it's so easy to get bogged down in crappy stuff that's happening, and it's a good idea to be able to look past that to the future. So, this is a reminder that good things are coming, and I think I'm probably mostly going to use this section as like rewards for when I meet my short-term goals. So my reward for the cap falling off my marker, not a reward for that. My reward for the short-term goals is going to be, I will tackle one of the renovation projects I'm wanting to do for the house, because I have a few bigger projects that I'm wanting done. And so, when I meet the short-term goals, I will be doing well enough that I think I will be able to justify doing that. And just saying that got me really excited. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to meet these goals? So I think this is going to really help. So here is my inspiration board. And this is just hanging above my desk where I can see it every day. Let me know in the comments your goals for the rest of the year. So, is this system foolproof? Definitely not. But I think my inspiration board that I just put up will help give me the motivation to keep checking and keep on my routines. And I think it will be a spiral effect. Then I'll get those new neural pathways formed. And I think it has potential. I will keep you updated on if it works or if I fail, and I will be honest about that because you deserve honesty. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like, and remember, you are ineffable.